Last session, we began session 1, coming down towards the town of Phandelver from the city of Neverwinter. The journey was, for the most part, uninterrupted and peaceful, until we turned onto the tribal trail, heading kind of the final stretch of the way towards Phandalin. A little way down that, we unfortunately discovered a pair of horses, which several members of the group examined, and are pretty confident they belonged to Gundren Rockseeker and his escort, Sildar Hallwinter, your employers. Didn't get much time to look at these, however, as pretty immediately we were ambushed by a small team of goblins. Now, they were seen off pretty quickly, although Santiago did get put in the dirt at least once. I think just the once. Before
on
the
that
last
occasion.
on that occasion. Before the last goblin kind of scarpered off northeast. Bit of a rest, recovering some goods and a bit of loot later. The group decided to follow on. After a couple of simple snare and pit traps, Skirvo directed the group a little bit away from the main trail, dodging some remaining traps. And you found yourselves approaching this small kind of mountain or hillside cave entrance, which turned out to be a kind of hideout den. The beginning of which there was a small blind, obscured by thick, almost impassable bushes, where a pair of goblins were supposedly on lookout, but you're able to sneak right up to them because they're just goblins. And a little bit into the cave, a trio of wolves, one a bit larger than the rest. You quickly befriended them by feeding them rations. Although when the fight started, Mariner mistook their desire to get involved in the combat as aggression. Rest in peace, Reiner, dragged to the ground by an alpha wolf, and then left to bleed out. The top side of the battle went a little bit more smoothly, as Skirvo and Santiago dove into 6 goblins. 5 goblins, I can count. Santiago went down, Skirvo did not, and one of the remaining goblins kind of revealed itself from a small ledge above you, dragging a humanoid, incapacitated and restrained, with a little goblin knife to his throat. And after asking for a basically negotiation, Skirvo and anybody else hearing would be able to work out that this goblin wants to take over here.
Mutiny.
Mutiny. Mutiny most foul. You agreed to help in exchange for, no more bloodshed. Since then, it's probably been an hour or so, as tensions still run fairly high. But Santiago was stabilized, and at this point will wake up on 1 hit point. Over the course of the last hour, Marina, what would you have been doing?
I would have been feeling really sad for Rainia. And probably just, I don't know, join the guys? Because I'm still down there, right?
Yeah, you should be on the map. You are on the right map.
I'm here, yes. I would probably,
Up here.
if the combat is over, I would have probably joined them. Feeling guilty.
Would you bring Marina's corpse with you?
I don't think I can carry him. I'm too weak.
This is Fredbear, by the way. What is your strength score?
9. I mean, I can try rolling athletics. That would help.
You could drag him slowly. It'd probably take you 5 minutes to get him up there, but you could do it.
Okay.
As you kind of drag his armored body up, one of the goblins will turn and then get whacked round the ear by the lead goblin.
That somehow hurt more than my actual death.
Being scraped across the floor.
No, being laughed at by the goblin.
Ah.
Would Santiago been updated on what's happened, or has he just woken up from being conscious?
Basically, as soon as you wake up, Skirvo would probably bring you up to date at least. And the corpse of an armored dragonborn does somewhat speak for itself.
I can't believe Rainier's dead. I thought he would be the one to go on.
You get used to people dying.
You do.
Goblins die all the time.
Oh, that's tragic.
Yeah, something about new adventurer fodder, that stuff.
Where I come from, we're taught that life is sacred and should be cherished.
Meh. Oh. Kind of thumb to the arguably beginning to become conscious, restrained older figure by the goblin's feet. This one yours?
He looks familiar, yeah.
Alright. Kind of turn and lean down. Alright, old timer. No killing this time. You killed my brothers. Kind of cut his wrists free.
Why did you ambush him?
Clark told us to.
Who?
Clark? Big evil bastard. Want him dead.
Is Clark a goblin like you?
No, he's a bugbear. Kind of sit down a little bit, scratch its chin and think. He's a bugbear of the Cragmore tribe. He answers to King Groll, if that helps you, but he just told us any dwarf coming in, capture him.
I don't think that guy's a dwarf, though. It's kind of.
Oh no, he's not.
Guy. Yeah.
His buddy was. Real kicker, that one. Now, they wanted the dwarf over up the old broken castle. This guy they didn't want anything to do with.
What do you mean by was?
Oh, he's... I don't think he's still alive, let's put it that way.
There goes our pay.
Hey, if you capture Clog, you might be able to get some more out of him. He might know more.
So you want us to kill Cole? Is
Yes,
that
please.
what? Okay.
Boil him, stuff him, stick him in a stew, stick him full of knives, stuff, anything goes.
I don't know about eating him. That seems a bit much.
Hey, you live with a goblin long enough, you eat anything. Even other goblins.
Tiago's pale face just goes a shade paler.
As this is happening, Santiago, I think yours is the only passive perception high enough.
Perception 13.
What is? How does? Okay, yours is the only passive perception too low.
Oh,
I just looked at everybody's. Okay.
that changed dramatically.
Yeah. Okay. So Skirvo, but also Mariner.
Yeah.
Kind of looking around, taking all this in. The figure of Sildar Hallwinter, kind of slumped, barely conscious. There's a few things that seem a little bit odd about him. As his skin doesn't look anywhere near as old as it should. It looks almost as though it's been aged with some kind of makeup. His hair is slipping, almost like a wig. And the fine mustache that should have overgrown a little bit is still as perfectly trimmed as though he'd just left Neverwinter, and at a slightly strange angle.
Has he always looked like this?
Well, him?
Yeah, I mean, he looked like an old prune when we left Neverwinter. Looks youngerish than before.
Eh? I don't know. You humans all look the same to me.
What do you see, Mariner? He looks the same to me.
Well, skin, it's like it was old before, now it's like getting younger or something, and his hair looks like it's a week, and his mustache, isn't it at a strange angle for a mustache, like it's done or something? Let me go check, if you don't mind, guys. I'm asking the goblins for permission to approach, check on him.
No, you have him. Old humies don't taste good.
I'm gonna take his mustache and just rip it off.
You do. It doesn't actually pull away from the face, but it kind of pulls a small, kind of like wax face mask
Ah,
a little bit away from the face. It starts to rip, as this is very definitely an individual in disguise. And looking straight at their eyes, nowhere near as asleep as they appeared to be.
hmm.
And he would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for his meddling kids.
Coco, I would have heard this entire conversation, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, if you want to speak up, go ahead.
You're playing
Uh-huh.
Sildar.
No. And I just well the goblins said they didn't want anything to do with Zildar, right?
So yeah.
I guess at that point I will am I still bound?
You're not.
Okay. I'll be like, all right, the jig is up. And I'll start taking off like that fake mustache and like kind of clearing away at the makeup that's been, pouring into my eyes from all the sweat.
And then, so this man will disappear. And in his place, probably sans the thematic armor for the time being.
It's like my stuff like strewn to the side, or where's my
Ooh.
stuff? Really, what I'm asking.
Looks like a
Your
daimyo.
your stuff would be kind of like in a little pouch slung into one of the sides of the cave.
All right, I'll start rubbing my like where I was bound, and just be like, "Oh, so you're the adventuring party that got sent ahead, huh? Or behind, I guess." Ugh. Told Sildar that it'd probably be best for everyone to come along, but here we are. The name's Helloran.
Can you type it down?
Yeah. One sec.
Thank you.
I'm sorry to hear about your buddy over there.
Here.
We will honor him. And then kind of describing what he looks like after he starts like putting on his armor. If he sees a sack that's kind of just around there, it seems to be like simple leathers, but on it you see like elven words written across the chest. I don't know would any of you know Elvish? Any of your characters?
Yeah, mine.
Okay, so you would see that across what it says across his chest is just honor, trust, and respect.
Honor, trust, and respect.
Yes, and it's like simple leathers, right? But they seem to be very well made. Um, and as you kind of look at him putting on piece by piece a little bit, you see some of that insignia that he might have been of the house of, in service to the house of Neverwinter.
From of Lord Neverwinter then. Okay.
Oh, why are you dressed like the other fella?
Decoy, trying to just shake the scent off, I suppose. I wasn't made aware of where Zeldar was going to keep that as close to the chest as possible. So I got caught up, and well, here we are. So you're saying this bugbear might have more information for us? I say to the goblin.
Well, if anyone does, he does.
So where is he?
And kind of gesture randomly in towards the cave.
And
Are
this
they,
is the price of our freedom.
You don't mind where's Sildar now? Like, is he still in Neverwinter?
I don't know. He left with us and then parted ways shortly after we left the city.
Okay.
Or could you type the name of the bugbear character again? short-term memory loss.
Pretty simple. It's a bugbear.
There we go. What else can you tell us about Clark? What does he want specifically? What can we use against him?
Kind of scratch its chin. Usually if I was going to kill something, I'd just stab it. But, I don't know. Do you have fireball?
No.
What's a fireball?
It's a magical spell that goes boom. There's a lot of fire involved. Like an explosion, boom, you know.
Okay. Well, that sounds cool. No, I don't have that. So the best way to kill Clark is to stab him.
Well, I don't know best way, but it'll work.
And he's in the direction through the cave.
You'll kind of think and then try and like describe. But it'll describe that, like, if you follow the river round, you'll come to what it calls flood traps. Like little ways for Clog to be able to kind of try and drown you if you're coming up the main path. If you're able to get through there, you can find your way into like the innermost part, but kind of like an inner sanctum. Clark is usually there with his pet wolf, Ripper, and by this point, we'll have worked out that something's gone down and will kind of have fortified himself up a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Sounds like you're sending us on a suicide mission.
Hey, if you fail, I'll say that Taclago's doing just that. Thanks for the idea.
Never let anyone tell you you're a fool, Mr. Goblin. You may be the smartest one in this room.
I know. Stop praising me.
I believe a goblin just said flattery will get you nowhere.
I think flattery will get you everywhere. If you just know how to flatter.
And if you don't know how to flatter, then what about flattening? You flatten somebody, they're not in your way anymore.
You are a natural born problem solver. Oh, why hasn't Clark made you a captain?
I'm his second in command.
Well, he's underpaying you. You know it. It might be in your interest to join us in this encounter, to make sure you get what you want.
Well, he's never paid me, so something would be nice. But dying isn't good. So what's in it for us from you?
I
Those are
don't
the
know if
agreements. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say, I don't know if Skirvo would agree to this being a pirate, but it seems like something he may say. But how about a share of the booty?
Kind of turn towards Helleran. What were you gonna say, fake old man?
Big old man.
Hmm.
What I was going to say is that before we even go anywhere, I think we should discuss the matter of your friend here being looking a little worse for wear, and I'll point at Santiago. Do you have anything you might have salvaged from your attack on us that could help him recover a little quickly?
Oh, you mean big red potions?
Sure.
Something like that.
Clark took all of them.
So we have no other option but to rest up then before we go in with such high hopes for you.
Well, you have been able to have a short rest, if that makes any difference to anyone.
It does.
And because of your situation, Helleran, I'm going to say you are down your hit die. Because whether you're Sildar or not, they would have tried to beat the crap out of you.
That's fair.
Skirvo, does he have any hit die left? Where on earth do you find out remaining hit die on roll 20?
If you think it should be in the short rest, and at level 1, I think you may only get 1 or 2.
Yeah, only
You
one
get one.
at level 2.
Yeah.
One at level 1.
So it should be on roll 20. It's kind of like a little red tick box.
What menu?
So at the top of the character sheet, it should say short rest. If you click on that,
It does not say short rest, and I'm not being blind. It doesn't come up on word search either.
short.
Other. Nope. Okay, don't want to hold this up too long. I'm going to say Skirvo is not at high enough health to have used a hit die, so I'm going to roll one for him. Which is a minimum of 3, which is what he's missing.
Should I roll just in case?
You only have 1, I believe.
Yeah, I'm at
Oh,
9 out
two,
of
two,
11. That's what I'm asking. Should I? Or not?
Not my call.
How much HP have you got?
I'll do it just in case. She's total overkill, but okay.
Ranner's death really affected Marina.
It did.
Alright. So, you've had a short rest. You have a trio of goblins that are willing to share in the booty, and only slightly likely to backstab you.
Mhm.
You have Reiner's dead body, kind of slumped at the top of the kind of rise over there. And a new companion who is at very least associated with Sildar, and probably an ally. Unfortunately, Skirvo's vocal components have malfunctioned today, so he cannot speak. But, how would you like to proceed from here?
Quietly?
Before we head on, I'd like to see the last wolf that's left.
Are you heading down?
Yeah.
I'll go with you. Never separate
You
the
ran-
The
party.
wolf's dead.
One of the wolves, the larger one, lies cut and scorched by radiant fire. One behind it appears to have just been killed by the radiant fire alone. And then where the third wolf would have been, the third kind of pin staked into the ground, there is a kind of broken bit of rock and like puncture mark in the stone where the wolf has clearly pulled it free. And then following the tracks, it is scarpered out of the cave and run away.
Oh,
Well, there goes that idea. I was hoping we could have a wolf companion, but bye bye. Yes, we should go on quietly and carefully.
yeah.
Do you want us to roll stealth or would that
Yes,
not be?
please.
Oh man.
Oh no. Oh no. We tried. Nice.
Hey, starting out strong.
Okay, and I will roll for Skirvo Stealth. Okay. So Skirvo and Helleran kind of carrying the others, giving you a group average of just about 13. Let's roll for the goblins. 15, 12, 23. Upping your average to around 15.
Nice.
I've marked the allied goblins in blue. Anything without that marking is not an ally. But for now, it is on you to proceed how you wish.
Okay. Very.
Does Skirbo have the highest passive perception?
Yes.
He's a rogue, so probably. Also, expertise might have been put in there.
True.
It was.
Quietly.
Helleran, can you move your token just as a query? Good, you can.
I don't think I should be leading this, but okay.
We'll pretend you're Scurvy.
Scurv will be with you. As will the goblins. They're just... Imagine they're a step behind you.
Lack of dark vision really sucks.
Hmm?
My character doesn't have dark vision.
Oh no. Should I be holding your hand then?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Which way did you go?
I'll grab
There
your
you are.
hand and slowly make.
I also don't have dark vision, so I'm just kind of slowly following along.
You know what? We're bad. We're having bad stealth. So just light things up.
Yeah, do we have a torch?
I have light. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go back to Servo. And I'm just gonna tap his hat to make it glow.
Okay. Light. There you go.
Better?
Yeah, that's fine.
Scurv also doesn't have dark vision.
Oh, bad.
So I guess I'm just gonna be lighting you guys up then.
Right, Santiago, as you reach the corner, from beyond you can hear the sound of goblinoid breathing, kind of that kind of anticipation beyond battle. You are not surprising them, but you are aware of them at least.
Anyone else hear that? It's whispering really.
As Helleran, you come around the corner, you can see the wispy smoke from a recently extinguished fire in the middle of this room drifts out towards you, but otherwise it is pitch black, aside from where Scurvo illuminates any of it. Marina, you, however, have better dark vision.
Yeah, I do.
So looking in, you can see that this cave is loaded with sacks and crates of looted provisions that are piled in the south end of this large cave. The floor slopes towards... You can't see that. Yep, and this opening in the north is the largest opening, you believe. And the coals of a large fire smoulder in the middle.
Turned off the light so we wouldn't see.
But Scurvo, Illuminous Scurvo, is very clearly giving away your location.
True.
They're expecting us anyway.
Okay, as you come around the corner,
I see that.
3 goblins see you as you see them.
Uh-oh.
It is time to please roll initiative.
Oh man.
That's not that bad.
Where is Yemek? I'm going to roll your 3 goblins together under Yemek. Is everybody rolled? Skervo has not rolled initiative. Skervo has rolled initiative. Captain Skervo on duty.
Copy. Oh. It's so annoying to have to write his name like that. Into the initiative.
While I think the name is brilliant, I also think it's kind of dumb.
Skervo.
Yes.
Yeah. Rexus is a nerd. His names are great and terrible in equal measure. Alright.
I'd have been more impressed if you said scurv instead with a 1 instead of the 0 at the end, so it looked like scurvy.
Ooh. I think it's meant to be like servo and scurvy all at once, though. Alright. Well, initiative is up, and that is the pirate first, 5, 10, 15. Comes to here. It's kind of like, I don't want part of this. 5, 10, 15 comes to here, pulls short bow and holds an action until somebody is within range to give him sneak attack.
Okay.
Helleran, there is a big robot rogue hiding behind you.
Yep. All right. I'm going to kind of take the same cue. I'm gonna get down to one knee and take out a crossbow and shoot at this guy right here.
Okay.
Ugh.
13 in his current state will hit,
Nice. Okay.
as this goblin is carrying 2 scimitars, not a shield.
Get wrecked. All right.
Ooh, I love this music.
If it's loud for you, turn it down.
No.
This is not the loudest.
No, this is. I love this music. Just
What?
like genre and the composers and everything.
There goes.
Voice.
Ooh, straight through his
Nice.
skull as both scimitars hit the ground.
All right. I don't have any bonus actions, so I'll just I'll stay there. But I am prone, so I can give Skirvo the line of sight.
Gotcha. So you are prone, you're saying.
Yes, I put myself prone.
Okay. From round the corner, a vicious barking. As a collared wolf will dart past the goblins and charge out. It will come to here, kind of take in its scenarios and go for the easy target, which will be the prone samurai.
Wouldn't Skirvo's attack go first?
Yes, it would, as it comes in range. So that
Me
is
just realizing my mistake.
going to be a short bow. Roll. No, that is just an 8, unfortunately, to miss.
All right.
As it goes wide. The wolf, whose collar says Ripper, is going to attempt to do that to you. Kind of tries to bite, you roll free. Marina, your turn.
I am going to dance around towards here, the water. And then
Okay, in the water you'll be difficult terrain, just FYI.
for me as well.
Do you have a swim speed?
I do, because I'm a... Well, let me double check just in case. I mean, I am a sea elf.
Oh, then you do, and ignore me, because you're fine.
And I'm gonna Eldritch Blast.
Go ahead. 10 will just skirt along the top of its hide, not connecting.
Yeah, okay, I'm not even gonna... If I miss, I'm not gonna say the swear words.
Fair.
And I'm gonna... Let me just double check. I was here, I went... You have some movement left. I'm gonna move over here.
Okay.
And that's me.
Santiago. Okay, Santiago. There is a big wolf between you and the newcomer.
Yeah, I don't suppose you're gonna want a treat, are you, doggy? No, okay. And Santiago pokes it with his spear, hopefully. Are we doing flanking?
Yep.
Yep.
That's a hit.
So 10.
10.
Okay,
It is
sorry?
it's kind of stabbing deep into its flank. You're able to pierce up, and you think cut into something important. But as you pull out, it's still standing.
Alright. So, as he pulls the spear out, he does a stylish sort of twirl with it, places it on over his shoulder, and goes for a right hook to the eye with his bonus action.
Go ahead. 16 hits.
Okay.
Okay. Crushing into the wolf's skull and sending it rolling away towards the water.
Nice.
Very nice.
As the wolf yelps and then goes silent, there is a yell of pure rage from deep within the cave to your south.
Think we just annoyed Clark. Santiago's just gonna stay put and kind of hope that we utilize this choke point.
Okay, I thought for a moment you said euthanize this choke point. I was going to say, you've euthanized the wolf. Alright.
I'll euthanize everything with these fists.
Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Okay. Following your turn, from behind a stalagmite in the far room, a goblin will peek out, having been hidden from you. So this first attack will be against Skirvo, and from hiding. Skirvo. Ping. It is going to attempt to hide as a bonus action.
Because they can do that.
Successfully for the time being. Yep. Yimik and Co. Spread out, spread out. And hold actions with short bows, because they're not doing anything. Yeah. Okay. From around the corner within the room, a much larger creature will run out. About 5.5 foot tall, long, gangly arms dragging along the floor and carrying a wicked, spiked, but simple mace. As it looks out, sees Ripper dead. Ripper! And will charge out. The first target it sees is unfortunately going to be Helleran, who is still prone.
You guys ever have characters die 2 sessions in a row?
I'm just looking at your health pool and looking at what this creature is. Come up and attempt to smack you with its Morning Star.
Okay.
Just FYI.
Ooh.
Yep. That's how someone died in my campaign. One shot.
Yeah. It's like an average. It's an average of like 18 damage. So it only needs like a 20% up roll to one-shot kill, which isn't fun. Clarkso done. Another goblin is going to poke out from the side. Hidden, and will take a shot at Skirvo. That one hits. Good thing he rolled a hit die. He'll then poke back behind cover and attempt to hide. Successfully. I'm just going to lump these to... No, I'm not. 2 more goblins will kind of poke out. Not hidden. But without good line of sight on Skirvo, they're just going to take attacks at disadvantage against you, Helleran. I believe the 14 hits.
Yes.
Okay.
Rough. Okay.
Then they will both attempt to hide. One is able to get out of Skirvo's line of sight, the other is not. Talking of Skirvo, how to do this? 5, 10, 15. No, I've promised to try and not kill Rex's character. What weapons does he have? Yeah. Okay. He is going to kind of come to here, break a bit of line of sight, or maybe come to here actually. I'm going to do his attack, and then I'm also going to do the 3 goblins' attacks at once. So, 10 will fail to connect with the bugbear's kind of thick leather hide and shield. 3 goblins. Hello, then. Your ranged allies are useless. Your turn.
Oh god. All right. I made this guy specifically not to be melee, but here we are. Oh man. I'll just I'll drop the crossbow and in like that same motion grab like the katana that's to my waist. And as I'm standing up, I'm gonna try slashing upwards through it, through the bugbear.
Okay,
Yeah,
go
you
ahead.
Ooh.
That will get caught on his shield and sent aside.
All right. That. Oof. I'm gonna use second wind then to just heal back a little bit as a bonus action.
Okay.
Where did it go? Oh,
Oh,
disappointing, but okay. That's
Any movement? Okay, Mariner.
No, yeah, I'm not gonna risk that.
um, he's not hurt yet, right? At all.
No, he's not been touched.
Okay, I'm going to Eldritch blast him.
All right.
Nope, I'm not. I'm changing
What is
my
with our
dice.
rolls?
I'm changing my dice.
Anything else on your turn?
I mean, I can't do anything, so no.
Okay, Santiago.
Tiago is going to utilize his tiny little body to get in and around the bugbear, flank him on the other side.
Level 1, guys!
Straight into that guy. But anyway, as he goes under, he's going to try and attack with his spear.
Okay. 15 just gets caught in the wooden shield and turned aside.
So, bonus action. Going to do an unarmed strike. That's better.
That one catches him in the kidney.
Nice.
7. He roars, kind of turns, looks at Santiago, and that appears to be his next target.
Hey.
Anything else on your turn?
That's pretty much all I can do on my turn.
Okay. Hidden goblin from behind the stalagmite will poke out again, kind of take in the situation, and launch an arrow past its boss, and actually from its elevation, it's going to try a snipe on Mariner.
Okay. Disadvantage, I would assume. I mean, no, I'm not 60 feet away.
You're not. And he was hidden from you. 19
It's
for 6 piercing. Come here, stalagmite, my old friend. Time to stealth again. Ah! Nope. Okay, with that done, the allied goblins, Emek and Co, will all take their short bows and attempt to fire at Clark. 7, 13. This pair of arrows kind of slam into his chest and leg. He'll roar, kind of run his mace along and snap both of them. However, at this point, he does appear to be pretty badly hurt. But as he roars, the 3 little goblins shy away, and they will attempt to hide around the corner and behind stalagmites themselves. Yimmick gets out of sight. Clark, pissed and wounded, will turn and attempt to bring down his mace on Santiago.
Nope.
16.
oh wait, advantage. Never mind.
Not hit, thankfully.
That does not hit. Woo!
Nope. One shot.
Kind of matrix out the way as the mace glides past your face, quarter of an inch away from you. A pair of hidden goblins will poke out and dropping their short bows, will run to join their boss.
Oh no.
I can do this to kind of be completely flanking. Scimitar, scimitar. Santiago gets cut from both sides and hits the deck. Goblin at the bottom kind of wipes its brow, doesn't need to take a disengage action or anything, kicks its friend's body out of the way, comes out, and will take a shot at Marina.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down.
No.
I'm probably dead as well. I'm unconscious, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Time for Skirvo to be a hero, if it's possible. Short bow. kind of
So
catches, kind of catches a shield-splitting bolt straight in the shield. Skirvo will start to move up here. Helleran, 2 of your allies are down.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Wait, Santiago went down?
Santiago got scimitarred by a pair of goblins.
Oh man, that is rough. I'll I mean, I can't really get out of there without also risking getting murked. So I'm gonna just go at it with the with the katana again.
Well. 8 cut deeply, kind of almost open the goblin, the bugbear's throat. So he'll kind of sag forward, starting to fall over.
Let's see. Do I have anything else? No, I don't. Oh. I don't have another weapon I could use. Could I also do unarmed strike as a 2-weapon fighting, or is that just monk, right?
That's just monk.
That's what I thought.
So going back to Strahd, if you have a dagger, rapier and dagger is completely fine to dual wield in my games. It's the same as 2 short swords,
Gotcha.
but I don't know if you have a dagger.
I don't. I accidentally took a different weapon. I didn't mean to take that weapon, but that's the weapon I took. I don't know why I took a whip out of it, out of anything.
Hey, a
I
whip
can
is
throw
good.
Because it's amazing. And it has 10-foot reach.
If you want to dual wield a katana and a whip, you live your best life.
Do it.
I mean, if you'll allow it, I'll do it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's go with it. All right. Hey.
That's a crit.
Yay.
Nice.
All right. Let me roll the 2d4, I suppose. Or do you do reliable crits? I forgot.
We haven't been, and you guys said you didn't want to until past level 1.
Okay, that's fine.
For
Well, hey,
reason.
look at that.
Nice.
You kind of open his throat, the whip lashes in, wraps around his throat, kind of pull down, twist his neck. It cracks, Morning Star hitting the floor.
I will back away towards where I think Marina is, because I mean, I can no longer see.
I mean,
The
Servo
servo died.
still... No, wait, concentration went out. Yeah, it's dark.
It
for
did. You are correct. Okay.
Our buddy's in charge now.
There we go.
Marina, would you please roll me a death save?
Yeah.
That's a fail. Santiago, would you please roll me a death save? That is a success. Okay. 4 goblins. Okay, let's do this. Oh, that's right. Okay. One of the goblins is going to turn and run. The other 3 are thick as bricks. And I'm going to continue fighting as though Clark is still alive. So this one is going to run away. Emek and Co. They'll hold actions. No. This is... I know what they're going to do. They're not going to run. They're going to fight. Those of you outside who are still actually conscious, from within the cave, with broken common... throw down your weapons, or the little one dies. As there will be 3 readied attacks held against Santiago. Halloran, what do you want to do as the only conscious and present player?
Jesus Christ. Wow. What a turn of events. Last one, the only one dying. This one, the only one surviving. Oh god.
I was just waiting for the wolf to crit you and one-shot you.
That would have been great. Let's see. I will. Shit. Can I put my weapons to the side and I just scream out, I'm just trying to save the elf. And as I try to stabilize Marina.
Okay, if you're doing that, Skirvo will kind of lower a weapon, but still kind of be held ready. Please make me a medicine check.
Mm-hmm. Oof. I'm sorry.
Hey, you don't hurt her at least.
That's fair.
Marino, would you please... assuming you don't have any movement, Halloran.
No. I do not.
Marina, would you please make me a death save?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Santiago, would you make me a death save, please? That is 3, 4, 5, 7 successful death saves in a row for you.
Look at the halfling.
Fleeing goblin will leave the combat. Emek, kind of look at you, Halloran. This isn't what we expected.
You also weren't very helpful.
Yeah, this is true. Kind of turn. Hey, bastards! Throw down your weapons! Grog's dead, I'm in charge now! They will continue holding actions, because Emek was not really the second in command. So I think the best way to do this is... Yeah. Is anybody going to try and do anything before everybody's stabilized or not?
Which
Probably not.
Helleran, would you please make me a medicine check if you're going to try and stabilize?
Yes.
Well, that's a success. Marina is on 2 success.
Cool.
Marina, would you make me a death save, please? 2 success, 1 fail currently.
I'm
Hey,
unconscious.
there we
Okay.
go.
I'm stable,
Marina kinda
but
turns and-
unconscious, yeah.
Yep. Turns, kind of pukes out a little bit of blood and water and starts to breathe easily.
In the water, breathing.
Santia?
Nice.
Santiago, would you make me another death save? See if you can go 8 for 8.
Do
8 for
it,
8.
nice.
Sant- 3 goblins looking down. I think he's actually going to live this one. Wow. Why can't we do that?
all you hear is Santiago cough up a little blood with a little smile and makes back to unconsciousness.
Hey, Bobby, should we just kill him? That was creepy. No, if we kill him, they kill us. Oh, yeah. What happens now? Kind of not getting an answer from the other goblins. The one that spoke initially. Hey, what happens now?
Can I? I guess what I'm gonna try to do is, can I stand up and pick up my katana and point at them and say, "I have the blood of your leader on my blade. Do not make me have yours join them as well." And can I try to intimidate them to step away from Santiago?
Please make me an intimidation roll.
It'll be a straight roll, but this is all I have, guys. There we go. Ugh, I don't know what that is. It's covered up.
It's a 9.
That
Goblin
is unfortunate.
Goblin will turn back to its companions. I don't think he knows what to do either. Well, you know what? Why don't we just leave? Clark's dead. Emmek's useless. And this is a mess. Kind of 3 goblins will nod to each other, turn back to Helleran. We're gonna leave now. Okay?
You'll just watch them. I can't really see anything. I'm in the dark, so I'm just kind of pointing in general directions, not looking at anyone.
We're leaving. Bye. You kind of hear the sound of 3 figures kind of walking off, then kind of the sound of like squeezing through something like, nearly, that's it, 3 times. And from the dark, and in the darkness, 3 more goblins leaving back out onto the Sword Coast.
Coco is a merciful DM.
Very.
Coco, please creatures as they would.
I will try to bring up a slumped down Marina and try to go back to where I thought might be that previously put off fire pit. I think there was.
Okay.
And then once there, try to restart the fire. I think I should have some stuff to do that with. Let me double check. I took an explorer's pack, so I'd be surprised if I don't have that.
If you don't.
Yeah,
let's go
I have
ahead.
a tinderbox. Yeah, it's fine. Got it.
Okay, that should give you some light. So is this the power we share, Booty?
I suppose.
What about those
Suppose
two?
it is.
What about those two? Will they be alive?
It looks like they just need some rest.
You guys go down a lot, you know that.
He won't say anything to that.
You might want to be careful
Um,
joining up with them, Mr. Not Old Human.
And still kind of ignoring the goblins because he also kind of, I guess, technically went down to to them. Could I look through any of the any of the stuff that I left behind and just see if I can find any potions or something to help him out?
Okay. So, are you looting bodies or the stash first? Discover.
Let's do. I'll do stash, and then I tell Skirvo see if he can look through the bodies, see if they have anything.
Okay.
Actually, no, the other way around, simply because mine is terrible. My investigation
that
is not
on-
great.
That on Clark. That on the goblins, kind of left behind.
Okay.
Going through the supplies. Kind of looking around, they are bulky, and if you wanted to take them all, you would absolutely need a wagon.
Okay.
But on some of the crates and boxes, you'll see the image of a trading company with which you would be familiar if you were working for Sildar Hallwinter, as some of them, at least, appeared intended for the Lion Shield Costa in Phandelver, and would definitely give you some measure of reward. In addition to all of that, in a kind of crude but well-made wooden chest stood away from the rest, striking almost as like a precious object or leader's possessions. You'll find a small crate filled with some small coinage. Two little kind of flasks of ruby red liquid, the ones that Yumik mentioned before in response to you asking about healing potions. And a jade statuette of a frog with tiny golden orbs for eyes. And a small, kind of fist-sized, how do I describe it? Like a small fist-sized golden cup, kind of spherical, with a small inlet to sip from at the top. Currently stoppered with wax, with a kind of wax sealed leather cork.
Okay. Is that all we find?
It is.
Yeah.
There are also
Um,
general trade goods for the Lion Shield. I've not described all of them because
Yeah.
there's no description for them.
I'll take each of the red potions and I guess force feed them to
How many
to the
potions
downed.
are there?
There was 2, I believe.
2. Okay. If you were to force feed
Otherwise, we're here for 8 hours.
on 1d4 until they wake up.
You want me to roll the d4? Sorry.
No, it's 1d4 until they wake up. But if you're going to force feed
that's
them
fair. Yeah, I'd rather do that probably.
Okay. Would you please roll me 2 sets of 2d4 plus 2?
Sure can. One sec. Rough. Let's say that was, however you want to, I guess, distribute them. There you go.
One person gets 5, one person gets 9.
I'll take the 5.
Of course.
Thank you.
And I just kind of let them know of all the stuff that I found. Or that Servo and I found.
Sure.
Servo.
He's not exactly saying anything right now. His audio unit has crapped out.
Malfunctioned.
I don't have a voice changer, and I'm not even going to try.
I'm getting
I
a
suppose.
voice changer with Mike. I ordered a Blue Yeti.
Well, where do we go from here?
It looks like you guys found some cool stuff. I suppose we've all fulfilled our ends of the bargain.
So,
And then we promised to pay the goblins.
rest. Because if we are, I
I don't
can
think a
heal
short
one of
rest
you.
wouldn't do anything.
I can heal one of you guys
Yeah, we
up,
need a long rest.
but I can heal one of you guys up with cure wounds before we take a short rest, and then I get the spell slot back.
It's fair.
So I'm gonna use that in Tiago if we're taking a short rest.
Yeah, we can do that. That's only like an hour.
10. And I'm gonna
What's HP look
Yeah.
like?
what?
I think I remember the last time I had max HP.
I'll to the goblins. I'll say, seeing as I dealt the final blow to Clark, I think I should take this as, I suppose, part of our share in these spoils, and I'll grab the lion shield, or at least like identify it, be like, that's coming with me.
The goods for the Costa.
Yeah.
They'll nod, be like, we can't carry much. That frog statue looked nice. Look worth some.
Could we do any sort of like arcana or investigation into any of these items before we start divvying them up?
If you're proficient with Arcana, you certainly may.
I can
I'm
do
not
that.
personally.
I can do that.
Okay.
Go ahead. Okay. The Jade Frog.
But I'm gonna
You got it?
lie. But I'm gonna lie and say no, it's not magical, and just give it to them.
The Jade Frog is not magical in any way. The Golden Cup, Halloran, if you touched it, you'd know it's magical because it will start trying to attune.
It's trying to attune. Okay.
You'll kind of get that tingle of something trying to synchronize itself with you.
Gotcha.
But the frog is mundane. It's just a golden frog with... Sorry, it's just a jade frog with golden eyes. It's probably worth around 50 gold.
So we give the frog to Emek and his crew.
That's what he's asking for.
Yep.
Alright, we go find Big Orc. Offer this as tribute. Join his clan.
Big orc.
Yeah. How else goblins survive in this world?
Can you tell me his name?
I don't know one yet. We gotta go find.
Ah,
Basically, their previous leader slash protector is dead on the floor behind you. He's kind of thinking of going to find a bigger leader protector.
Emek, you are probably the most compassionate goblin I have ever met. You're so much better than this. Why don't you make something for yourself with your friends?
Tried that once.
I guess it didn't work.
I'm still here. Most of them aren't.
Well, whatever you decide, we wish you well.
all the best.
Yeah, here's the thing with goblins. Small tribe of goblins. Clark come along. Clark eat my brother. Clark then my brother. That's how it works, right? Either way, he's leader. Goblins. We're not that strong.
It's not about being strong, Emek. It's about being smart. And
You're
You
right. We're
have
strong
that.
enough to bring you down.
you were smart enough to realize a better opportunity could arise from that. And look what happened. You avenged your brother.
Yeah,
All
true.
I'm saying, Emek, is you're capable of being more than someone's lackey if you choose to be.
What's a lackey?
A lackey is someone who does the bidding of somebody else. Kind of like a servant,
Oh.
I guess.
Oh. Alright. Well, that's going to be more than a 7. Kind of turn to the other two. We've got the booty. Ah, goblin pirates.
Sounds fun.
It does. Right. Oh yeah. She's probably told you about this. Kind of walk over to the wall to the left. There's a little chimney here you can kind of squeeze down. It's where the others went.
Hope to see you again.
Really?
Mhm.
Alright. Wait, will you kill us when you see us again?
Just meant that I'm sure we'll see each other again one of these days. Just, good luck.
Just remember, Elfie. We don't live that long. And they'll kind of scamper off. I'm going to put something a little bit more chill on.
I hope we see those guys in Salt Marsh.
So do I. Because they're amazing.
It's more a case if they see us in Salt Marsh, the way things are going.
Yep. I was kind of concerned then that three new characters would be necessary. Like Skurvo's in a position to run. No one else was. Alright, well. It'll take you a while to get the loot together. Kind of get to grips with everything. How would you like to proceed?
Can I specifically wrap up the cup separately and try not to touch it with my bare skin?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's not
Once I-
trying to force an attunement. You can just resist.
Okay. I was just making sure it's not cursed for any reason, because I'll take it. I'm going to try to get it identified, probably back in town.
I can try to at least tell if it's cursed or not, maybe? Like, check it.
I'll offer it up.
Without like the identify spell, or even then often, identifying curses is very difficult. You can identify what it should in theory do over the course of a short rest. But curses beyond that are a little bit harder.
I mean, if it's trying to attune to you, it's probably magical, so.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. I'll still take the precautions just to be safe. Like, my character doesn't know that, so.
Sure.
Guess we'll make our way to Phandelver now.
Okay. So,
I'll ask this. Do you know if your friend had any family for us to do a burial with, or was he alone?
Haven't known him for that long. To know that.
Okay.
Skirvo will turn to Halloran kind of messing with his voice projector. One more strength, and you can be the strongest, the most durable archer. Just
Okay.
thinking. Hey, never leave a valuable thing behind.
I'm just thinking of whether or not that's something my character would do. It's not even so much that, I want to loot it of the plate. It's more of like how. And can my character go back and while these people are resting, while the rest of the party is resting, can I go to the to Reinar, whatever his name was?
Yep.
And just kind of take in what he was like about.
Sure. You'll know that better than I do, so I won't say anything.
I don't know how to get out of here. Ugh. No, that's the wrong way. Wait, is it the wrong way? I have no idea. Here we go. Okay. I guess just kind of looking at his old deal. He would have had like a journal on him, like he was like writing things down earlier in the session. Or in last session. And again, he seemed very enthusiastic about people in general. He seemed to want to serve a greater purpose than just being a soldier. So he used to be a soldier. And above all, he did want to protect and elevate people. Like he would try to talk to them, get to know them a little bit better, to gain insights on them, and eventually be able to know exactly what to say to perk them up, know exactly what to do to put like a smile on their face. And he seemed just him kind of rifling through the book, very interested in making sure that people didn't feel excluded. Um, he he also goes at length about being proud of who he was as a dragonborn, and specifically praising to and praying to Bahamut for gifts that he's had throughout his life, and for allowing him to persevere against adversity at times when he might have not necessarily been, in his eyes, maybe strong enough to do it by himself. So he was like very much in that faith to Bahamut, and just kind of reading through all of that, and after just kind of sitting with that information for a little bit, Helleran will start to take off his vestments and start digging a trench and start digging a grave for him.
Where will you be trying to dig a grave?
I say he would actually take the body outside of the cave.
Okay.
Probably by the river. Yeah, that seems a really good spot. He'd go there and dig and kind of make sure it's like up against the mountain in a way, or not the mountain, the side of the cliff, wherever this area is against the wall, not necessarily just in the middle.
Okay.
And then he would inscribe what was in the rocks, not in the rocks, sorry, on his plate, into some rocks around that area, and also bury him with his Bahamut statue. And or his little statuette thing. And then he'll take the plate and then he'll just say, I'll make sure to find a home for this plate, so you may continue to protect from the beyond. I might have never met you, but in a way you have saved my life. And he almost reverently wraps up the plate that he had and like all the whole armor set and carries it back with him. And returns.
Okay.
And I don't know if they will notice now, but he actually did keep that journal that he had, and he's still kind of just not reading through it, but kind of playing with it a little bit. And he'll say to the rest of the party, I think we missed out on a unique ally. And I hope that he approves of what we do here. And hopefully through his reading, if he wouldn't have minded us reading through his journal, but in a way I believe he saved my life, as you all did. And if you don't mind, I would like to keep this and to continue to honor his memory. I will search for someone worthy of this plate and will continue to write within this journal in his memory.
It's very noble of you. If you'd all like to join me for a meditation for 5 minutes, we can reflect on Rainier and the friendship we had briefly. And Santiago just sits by the remnants of the fire, crosses his legs, and begins to meditate.
After like a heartbeat, I would mimic his his movements and just kind of sit in there in that emotional space.
Same.
Say we kind of just sit there for about 5 minutes. And Santiago breathes a deep breath and says thank you. Thank you all for what we've done for each other so far. And I hope we grow stronger through this journey.
Bye.
Maybe we should get going from this place.
Agreed.
We need to see.
Is there a car in
Sildar-
here to haul everything off? Sorry, say that again.
We also need to find out where Sildar went, I guess. We know and where the castle is that Mimic mentioned to Gundren to. And we left the cart back on the road. Followed the goblins.
Okay. I think at this point our best course of action is to get all of this back to where are we going? Phandelver, right?
That was the goal, yes.
Let's get this to Phandelver, and hopefully there we can meet up with Zildar. I'm not privy as to where he might have ended up, but that would be my first place to start looking. And perhaps there we can be rewarded for returning all of this. At the very least, what was going to the Lion Shield.
If there's a destination and a goal. Will the exit the goblin stuff lead us back to the entrance of the cave, or does it go to a different
It
exit
leads
from the
you.
cave?
No, it leads you straight through the wolf den.
Ah, okay. So yeah, back to the start. There we go.
All right. So right now I'm guessing we're gonna go and recover the horse and cart so we can transport all of this.
Yeah.
That would work.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So, over the next realistically half a day, because that is the time it'll take you to get back to the carts, get yourselves set up, bring them here, fill it, and then back to the road. You kind of get yourselves set up and ready to continue along the road to Phandelver. Which, if I pull us back to the world map, or at least the area map, and I can now show you this. Cragmore Hideout. Oh, we have a dead man. Let's fix that.
Small. Oh, there it is.
Phandelver is, from your point currently, about another day and a bit's travel by cart. Along the way, is there anything anybody would like to do?
I'll probably
Keep a
be very
lookout for
quiet.
anywhere we can stop and rest.
Yeah. What they said.
Oh, what did you say, Baka?
That I was gonna be very quiet.
Okay.
This brings out the death is bringing out trauma.
Well, the journey will be uneventful. The biggest danger on the road was goblins ambushing you, which happened to now be not really much of an issue anymore. So, after the day and a half, you'll be able to get a long rest and probably a bit of a restless and troubled night's sleep by the roadside as you make camp. You won't be interrupted, at least. And by a little bit after noon, the day following next, you'll begin to roll into the town of Phandelver, which I will describe after I think we take a break.
Yeah.
The Scervo. Let's fix that. There we go. Some of these maps were prepared because I didn't expect like multiple
Us to
player character
survive?
changes. No. But after your time on the trail, the rutted track emerges from a wooded hillside, and you catch your first glimpse of Phandelver. Town consisting of roughly 40 to 50 simple log buildings, some built on fieldstone foundations, and others just built straight from the earth. More old ruins, crumbling stone walls covered in ivy and briar, surround the newer houses and shops, showing how this must have been a much larger town in centuries past. Many of the newer buildings are set on the sides of the cart track, which widens into a muddy main street of sorts, and as it climbs towards a ruined manor house on the hillside at the east side of town. As such, welcome to Phandelver.
Hello, my old friend. Long time no see.
Hmm. As we approach, I will say, if you don't mind, I do have to take care of some business here. You're welcome to come with me, but if not, well, we must part ways temporarily.
Of course.
Very well. If you decide to go about your day, you can find me at the Stonehill Inn.
Okay. We'll meet you there.
And I will bid them adieu and go the inn.
Okay. You're looking for the. So you're going to look for this Stonehill.
Yes.
Okay. Ba-ba-ba-ba. I hate that. Okay. Looking around town, you'll have been given a rough description. And in the centre of town stands a large, fairly newly built roadhouse of fieldstone and rough-hewn timbers. The common room, which you can see through the kind of wide open windows looking out onto the cart track, is filled with locals nursing mugs of ale or cider, all of whom will kind of start to track you as you move towards the door and walk in. You should be able to see Stonehill on the map. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was I told I needed to find anyone specifically or just to make myself known?
Well, will you be walking in? Is the question.
Yes. Sorry.
No worries. As you walk in, sat in one kind of shadow shaded corner, barely illuminated by a small candle stood on a table, and smoking a long curved pipe while wearing a fairly heavy cloak, hood up above his head. Individual kind of pull the pipe out. Hey, boy, over here. As the real Sildar Hallwinter will make himself known.
I'll approach him.
He'll kind of
So I
whistle
take it
over.
you.
Sorry, go ahead.
Mhm. So now, as I'm approaching, I'll say that. Well, it seems that you didn't run into any issues,
Hey, one
sir.
sec. He'll whistle over to a short, friendly-looking human man. As he's chatting to a couple of locals, the guy will turn over, kind of nod towards Sildar, and bring you over a mug of ale. I don't know what you like. Sorry about that. Yeah, gone to town a couple of days back. You two are late. Where's Gundren?
Saying he was taken.
Great. Taken by who? Do we know?
I think it was the Kragmon tribe, I believe, if memory serves me right. There is a band of adventurers that seem to have followed in our stead, as I suggested, but that they come with us or have someone come with us. But here we are, sir. Um, but they were able to rescue me and get some information from a more than eager goblin. It seems that he was taken to. Would you ever let us know where he was taken? Where he was taken to, or just that the bugbear was from like the Kragma tribe?
That's all Yimik would have known.
Okay.
Really. Right. Well, I should probably come out and greet them then, the others. Have they got lodgings set yet or not?
I invited them to meet us here, but they might want to be doing their own thing for now. I did leave them with the cart as well, though. I was able to recover. We were able to recover the goods.
We better get out to them. This town is not what we were expecting. There's trouble here. There's real trouble here. Kind of push himself to his feet, drain his ale. Kind of gesture for you to lead him out.
I will do so.
What are the others doing? Assuming Scurvo is with Santiago and Marina.
They're walking through town, maybe try and find a stable for the horses to rest in. After we're done with the cart.
Okay.
Just looking
Please.
around the town, trying
You
to
heard?
familiarize myself with.
Okay. As you kind of roll into town and reach the first large building on your left, a fairly lean and balding human male shopkeeper, looks to be about 50 years old, smile lines around his mouth, will poke his head out of the door. Hey, you the ones delivering from Gundren?
Yeah.
You found the right place. This is Barthen's Provisions,
Oh, cool.
and you really don't want to go too deep into town with a cart laden like that.
Why not?
He'll look around. Best come inside.
Okay.
But what about the provisions? You said we shouldn't go to town. That means we shouldn't leave them unwatched, right?
That's a good point. When I'm back, I'll help you get the cart and stuff inside.
Okay.
He'll kind of lead you around the back to a pair of large warehouse doors that'll allow access for the cart, and to the side has a small, like 3-stall stable in which he'll offer to house the horses until Gundren comes to collect them.
And Tiago pats the horses down while he's doing all this, just to make sure that they're settled.
While you're doing that, Bartman will kind of bring up the conversation. So, where is the old dwarf? Been expecting him for half a 10-day.
Well, we ran into some goblins along the way.
You said goblins, he'll spit on the floor.
And they, well, he's not with us anymore.
We
Oh
don't
no,
know.
you
We
don't.
don't know that yet.
Oh, it's a bit worried then.
what he
I like
what he
Gundren.
means to say is that, well, we don't know what happened to Gundren, or if he's still alive or dead, but he was kidnapped by the goblins, and we know where he was taken. Find him.
Don't look for allies in town, but you might be able to find his brothers. They're camped out somewhere outside of town since the Red Brands chased them out. Do you know of those two yet, or not?
Red Brands. I did hear some talk of but no, they were here.
No, Nundro and Tharden Rockseeker.
Oh, out of character, I think we met them in Neverwinter. They left beforehand. Remember correctly the story?
You met Gundren,
Okay.
the brother. These two are his brothers, whom you have not met. If you're in town for a couple of days, they've got to be back a couple of days from now. They can't go to town proper. I've been working to supply them while they're out there. They'll be running low now.
So why can't they come into town? You mentioned somebody else, the group.
He'll kind of chew on his tongue a little bit. There's a group of... They're basically just thugs. Thugs with swords. And a lot of them. They're called the Red Brands, and they're making it really difficult. They're shaking down local businesses, flaunting the town master. I mean, everybody flaunts that useless prick. But
I have a feeling you don't like the guy.
it's nothing about like or dislike. He's just useless.
Most politicians are nowadays.
He's not even a politician. Like, he's just... he's just difficult. Let's put it that way.
These other fellows sound like bullies.
They are. They are.
So what happened with them? Is it one day they just turned up and started causing trouble, or have they always been here?
It won't... It's something between the two. It's like they started showing up, like one or two of them moving into the Sleeping Giant. It's the smaller inn a bit deeper into town. To start with, there's one or two. We thought they were just adventurers or travellers. A couple more turned up. And they started talking about their leader, a guy they call Glass Stick or something. Then there was enough of them that they just started doing what they liked and no one could stop them. And then there's more of them and more of them. Until they basically run the town now.
I don't know if I heard that. Did you say glass stick or glass dick?
Never met him, so can't comment. I don't really know what they call him. I've just heard something like it.
It could also have been glass dick, but that's another matter altogether.
I think that's a saying my old master used to say. He's like, Santiago, you're about as useful as a glass dick. So maybe it's a reflection of his talents.
Hmm.
My brain is shutting off. I guess that's what I'm. That's why I'm thinking like that.
If you're looking to get involved with them, well, poke around at the Stonehill. You'll find people. You'll find there's a rumour mill there.
Stone Hill Inn. Okay.
Yeah. But I'll help you as much as I can. Oh, he'll pull out a little pouch. 10 pieces each, 4 people, 40 gold. This is what Bartham promised you. This is what Gudrun promised you, I believe.
Thank you.
And then give me a minute. He'll pop into the back room and then come back. You got some goods on here for the Lion Shield Costa.
Yeah, we found them in the cave.
Right. He'll kind of sketch on the town a little map. You're going to want to head deeper into town. And here you go. It's run by a woman called Linen. Have you heard of her or no?
Out of character,
No,
yes.
I've only just heard about the Lion Shield.
Right. Her name's Linen Greywind. How do I put this? She's been foaming at the bit, thinking the Red Brands have been taking her stuff. But she ain't got enough people locally to do anything about them. But if you deliver her goods to her, tell her where you found them, you'll get her off the bit a little bit, and probably make a good friend of her. And maybe make your purses a little heavier. I don't know.
We'll go talk to her. Definitely.
Will we need the horse and cart to transport the rest of the goods?
I was about to talk about that actually. Your best bet is probably to go there on foot without carting this stuff around. You don't want to attract too much attention. Then, once she knows it's here, she can come get it with her people.
Right?
Okay, I say we go to the Stone Hill. Meet up with Helleran. Let him know what we know.
There's a shady fella who's been in there for a few days now. Greybeard. About my age, maybe a little bit older.
Mustache.
How'd you know?
I think I know who you're talking about. That's
Oh, yeah, friend of yours or son.
something like that.
Alright, well, that makes things a little bit better.
Yeah, he has a bit of a split personality.
That is making things a lot worse. Alright, well, go do what you need to do. And, yeah, either tell me or have Lenen send some of her people.
All right.
Good luck in town.
Thank you for the news.
Oh, he'll also have given you on his little sketch map the Sleeping Giant Inn, the Town Master's Hall, Town Green is a giveaway.
Orchard.
Yes, you know where that is. Not everybody does. That's probably the Miners' Exchange and the Smithy. They're kind of the things you'd think of to put on the map. Oh, the Woodworker.
And this here is like a clothier or something like tailor, if I remember correctly.
If it is, that's your DM naming it as
Okay.
such because
Yeah,
it has
okay.
no official ID.
Okay.
Alright, so will you then be heading towards the Stonehill?
Guess so.
Yes.
Alright. As you walk in, you kind of see Helleran and Sildar starting to make their way out. But they'll see you and, well, Helleran, what do you do?
I'll gesture to Zildar and say, "Well, it seems that they caught up with us first. Let's keep the table for now."
Right, yeah, boy. You'll whistle over to the innkeeper and get a couple more ales brought across.
Everyone, this is Sildar Neverwinter.
All winter.
All winter, yes. Never
Oh,
winter.
winter,
The
not
city we
Everwinter.
come
I keep
from.
my brain keeps conflating them.
It's
Full
fine.
winter, yes.
It's fine. I had you because you didn't know me. It's fine. Right, so you're the ones Gundren hired. Yeah, right. One of you's missing.
One of us is dead.
Well, that shit.
Yeah, that's fucking shit. I say as I take
Watch your tongue, Missy.
as I take a deep swallow of the beer or whatever we have.
Now, Gundren always did hire folk who were more like him than like other folk. Yeah.
He has been honored. I say to Sildar.
I think I know what you mean. Good. People should. I take it he died well.
It.
Good. Alright. Well, welcome to Phandelver. As I was saying to young Helleran here, it is not what I expected.
Yeah,
Is this
Barthen's
good?
just been telling us some things.
What have they told you?
Got some
It-
fucking red
all this-
rashes. They just keep coming.
The red brands, yep. Yeah, they're the problem. You'll look at Santiago. What are you saying? I'm sorry, you're a short stack, not a boy. What were you saying, friend?
Santiago takes a deep drink from the beer. Yeah, apparently their leader, Glass Dick or Glass Dick, whatever his name is, has been extorting people around the town.
Glass staff is what I've heard. But yeah,
Glass dick sounds more sounds better.
well, if I ever meet him, I'm going to test how fragile it is. But
Yeah, we're gonna
yeah,
poke him dead.
I'd suggest for that reason then you find yourselves lodgings here. The innkeeper is a decent man. He's not currently been pulled into the Red Brand's pocket, though. I don't know how much longer it'll be. See, if you ask around, he'll kind of start to gesture among the patrons. Over there's Narth. He's an old local farmer, but he's been saying that a local woman, Sister Gariel, she apparently oversees this shrine or something in town, but she left town for a couple of days, then came back battered and bruised. He'll point over to one of the barmaids.
Sister Giriel?
That's... I'm just going to do
The
this.
shrine maiden.
Over there, that's Elsa. She's a gossip, but there's plenty of real gossip going around. She's been saying that the orchard keeper, Darren, he's a former adventurer. According to her, anyway. He might be of some use, but he also might be old. Over there, that's Lanner. He's a miner. He's hoping, I think, to fall in with Gundren. But he's been saying there's been some orc raiders around town. The town master, useless prick, is looking for people to run him off. But there are some, and I might find myself agreeing, who think that there's some kind of connection with the Red Brands.
Working together, you think?
To get the job done. Slightly darker one, more closer to home. This is from the innkeeper's wife, a woman called Trilena. Local names. According to her, a guy called Thel, who's a local wood carver, stood up to the Red Brands about a 10-day ago when they came by and leered at his young wife. She's a homely lass, but yeah, man's got to protect his family. They killed him for it. Several people saw it happen even. They grabbed his body, and now the wife and daughter and son, they've gone missing too. Pip is Toblin's son. Toblin Stonehill. I think that's the correct person. Yep. He's a young boy, but he was saying that a local, the Elderleaf boy called Carp, named after a fish, who would do that, claimed to have found a secret tunnel in the woods, but the Red Brands chased him off, almost caught him. And that says something to me. And I think the final one I've heard, there might be more, but woman over there, he'll gesture towards a middle-aged, kind of slightly plump woman, Freda. She's a local weaver. She's been complaining about the Red Brands hassling everybody, but says the miners exchange, they don't bother her. They don't want trouble with Halia Thornton, apparently.
She a bitch?
I don't think that would be a problem. I think she's a little bit difficult to handle.
Let's be honest here, every bitch is.
Yeah. If I ain't missed my guess, she's got connections somewhere. That someone in the Red Brands has sniffed out, and like a dog who sniffs out some kind of rotten shit on the trail, they've run away from it as fast as their tail between their legs could handle. I've had a few too many to drink.
I've had a few too few.
And I've had just right.
Yeah, nice for you. Yeah, that's where we stand now. Town on the brink of collapse. And Gundren's missing.
Well, at least we know where he's being taken.
True.
He might still be alive.
I'm gonna do some poking in the morning. See if I can find out about some Cragmore clan. If I can, might bring us a bit closer to Gundren, you know?
I think we should go around town and find some allies.
That's not a bad idea.
We definitely know where one might be. Possibly a second with the Orchard Keeper.
You can also check in with the Garel. See if she's alright.
Aye, that's not a bad idea.
Might have had a run-in with either the Cragmaw Red Brands.
You best ask anyway.
About what time in the day is it, roughly?
By this point, probably late afternoon to early evening. 4 to 6 p.m.
We find ourselves quarters for the evening and then set about our business tomorrow. I know you mentioned we might be able to get a room here. Maybe we should
Aye.
speak to the keeper.
Aye. Go speak to Harbin. He'll put you up, Toblin. He'll put you up, I'm sure.
So we don't attract any undue attention. Have you been able to deliver all of your goods?
Not yet. Carson told us about the Red Brands, so we figured we'd go good talk to first.
Rexus, do you have a new character? You need one.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
I thought so. Still, it's a good joke. Well done. How are things going? I'm still on my way home, but
We just finished.
20 minutes.
We are wrapping up. And before next session, as you are. Good. Everybody's alive. Somehow.
Yeah, we survived.
Um, by next session, is you've found lodgings in an inn in town, and during the long rest, we'll be able to level up to 2nd level.
Bonus action hide.
Double hit points, no longer one hit true death from non-crit
Oh yeah.
bugbear who never hit anything. Otherwise, there would have been a player death.
Eldritch
Oh, God.
Invocations.
Oh yeah, I'll just look. Probably nice.
Oh, Santiago still has not failed a death save, and he stabilized again from 3 successes today.
Which means he no longer has to make death saving throws for the rest of the campaign.
This
You're
man
right,
just doesn't want to die.
He's been so stressed he just dies outright next time he goes down.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's going to be a great encounter with the
Wait.
Grim Reaper or something.
What happened? Did you take out the 2 remaining goblins, or did we go for the boss goblin camp?
We agreed to the mutiny.
How did the mutiny go?
Well,
For just all goblins. So the 2 other goblins did survive.
Yimek decided to become a pirate goblin. So you might meet him still.
Oh. As long as he
I
doesn't
really
switch
hope we
against
do.
me.
I really hope we'd meet him again. It was cool.
Oh, by the way, Coco, I'm not sure I ever told you that one. Because the idea might have popped into my head and then fell out again and then popped into my head again. That sometimes happens, but I even have a question that have Serv have his backstory. And it's like it's a lot of backstory and still be at the moment level 1/level 2 rogue. Rust breaks things.
It is very hard to understand what you're saying, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No worries.
Sorry. Didn't quite think of that.
Oh, but if you have something you want to talk about, message me, or we can talk during the week or something. But does anyone need help with level up?
No.
Roll for it. Phew. Suck.
I think I'll go with something.
Nice! Max health!
Nice.
So Marina's health truly doubles. Until next time when you roll a 1.
Yeah. That's always a possibility. Since I'm more in the front line, I would not
Oh,
take
no.
these chances.
Well, that becomes a 2 at least. Okay, so it won't be Marina who gets the 1.
Oh no!
You're gonna die all the same again.
What is it with samurais and rolling like ass for health?
No
That you
clue.
focused on being edgy. So they always cut themselves by rolling for HP on accident. Sorry, you should know my humor by now.
Over the course of your long rest, will you wish to attune to that item or leave it until you can check it? So that's time I'm going to ask, otherwise it's going to be on yours to remember.
Let's see. Let me roll something.
You found an item?
See how I feel.
Did?
Yeah, I'll. Seeing as I didn't necessarily feel something outwardly negative from it, let's go ahead and say yes.
Okay. It is a slumbering dragon's vessel.
Ah,
Whoa. That's cool.
Noise.
Who's wearing the adamantine currently? Or are we selling that?
Eep.
Because no one can wear it. Did you
For
forget to take it?
Oh, no. Chris's new character buried Reiner with full honours and brought his plate with him, but nobody can wear it currently.
Does anyone have plans to wear it at some point?
nice. That's some nice stuff there.
Hmm.
Cool.
Does anyone have plans
It-
to wear it at some point?
The vessel is useful. It's not what I'd call powerful, but it's just
No.
useful.
Yeah, it's nice. Nice to have.
Fuck, I can't remember. Was it the state of the vessel is only depending on what dragon it came from? Yes,
No,
or could
this
it
is
awaken with use? I can't remember.
oh, it remains what it is forever. It's kind of like how long it stays in a dragon's hoard and the power of that dragon, etc.
We could add it to a dragon and then steal it later.
Okay, so we have 1 max health and 2 twos for health. So Santiago is not exactly getting more durable.
Oh god.
We're not having much luck with this.
Well, matter much. He still seems to not be able to die, so.
Now you roll well.
Oh yeah.
Man literally too wise to die.
So the reason the fight today came as close as it did was because no one could hit.
But I hear also the boss couldn't hit.
Oh, the boss couldn't hit, but his minions could. Like it was like you and Barker, neither character hit for like 2 straight turns.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Santiago did
did we
work.
flank? Did we try flanking?
Yep.
And we still missed.
Well, Santiago didn't.
Okay.
To be fair, Santiago has a lot of strikes.
Actually,
now he's got 2.
Chris didn't miss either. Got a crit. The only friendly crit.
I was critted too.
No,
Nice.
pretty sure I missed one of my hits against the wolf.
1.
Did I manage to get another nat 1 this session?
Nope. You made 2
Oh,
attacks and then went unconscious. Oh wait, no, you didn't go unconscious. You made 2 attacks, took an arrow to the knee, and backed away. Baka, for false life, because you can cast it at will.
Yep.
As
Just
you can
max
you
out
can assume
my-
that you will have as long as you're not in combat.
Yeah, as long as I'm not in combat. Okay.
It basically gives you an extra hit die.
Which is pretty nice. It's at the beginning. It's very nice to have.
At level
And the
2,
good thing about evocations is you can change it with time.
every level.
Yep.
At level 2, Agonizing Blast Fiendish Vigor is the strongest you can possibly be.
I had no idea.
And I'm a dumbass, and I always take Misty Visions just because I'm in love with that thing.
Yep.
Did you
Later on-
see Silent Image.
Yeah.
Fiendish Vigor never scales, so later on it stops being as good. It's never bad.
The extra health is always good. It starts losing part of its usefulness essentially, basically.
Alright, so Who is going to hold the vessel? Who is going to want to say "eep" a lot?
What's the vessel do?
Helran, do you share what it does with the group?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I'll just tell him, man.
Well then, Phyrexis. This vessel can be a potion bottle, drinking horn, or other container meant to hold a liquid. It is a kind of golden sphere with a drinking hole in the top. As a bonus action, if the vessel is empty, you can speak the command word to fill the vessel with one of the following: ale, olive oil, a potion of healing, or a potion of climbing. And this is once a day. The command word is "eep."
Mine was just olive oil. Olive oil. Although olive oil should also work, I guess. Remember
So-
Coco?
Servo getting natural. Servo goes green. A campaign all on its own.
Yeah.
It's to simplify it. It's a utility thing, but it's basically a free potion of healing per day.
Which is pretty neat to have. But that's. No, it probably would be useful either on someone who usually takes the front of a hit or is at the back lane to go and rest people. I'm not sure Servo qualifies for that.
I was just going to say that narrows it down to all of us.
I mean, since I'm attuned to it, I can hold it for now.
Yeah.
That's fine by me. You found it, I guess, right?
Yeah, but only because everyone else was still down and you weren't here.
This is true.
Yeah, I think that's fine for now. And then once
Yeah.
Monk gets more mobility, I think it probably makes sense for that for Santiago to have it.
Yeah, I just gained an extra
Yeah, no.
10 feet movement.
Well, maybe you should have it then. I can unattune and you can attune to it if you want.
Well, it'll be handy for either of us. Maybe see how we get on if you keep it for now.
I'd say it's yours for now. Fine by me.
Alright. Sounds good.
Oh, did we loot any weapons to sell?
Pair of
Yes.
Like Santiago
scimitars.
weapons and armor.
We have a morning star and some scimitars and a shield, sword bow, 11 arrows if you need them, Haida armor.
Neat. We can sell most of the stuff. I think I also, yes, I still got over 20 arrows from the last one. But glad to know everything went alright.
I mean, we survived. I don't know whether it went alright.
I'd call that a success. No one's dead.
We got
True,
close though.
true.
Well, I have to leave soon, so do we want to go ahead and wrap up what we're doing, or is this it?
I was assuming people would leveling up, and I'm around to if people need anything.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, I've leveled up my character sheet already. I mean, all I get is action search at level 2. So,
That's good.
Yeah, I get cunning action. The big
Nice.
fun comes at level 3.
Yeah.
Truly.
And the even bigger fun at level 5.
Mhm.
I got some key points so we can do extra damage or other
Oh
things.
yeah, key points are great. Having key points is
Level
awesome.
5 double Eldritch Blast.
Oh yeah.
Cool. I might. There's a small chance. A decent chance that I'll won't be able to make it next session, but I'll try to make it, and if not, I'll let you guys know. I'll put it in the Discord.
Okay. You do what you gotta do.